Well, this is a fine mess.
What's the matter, Stan? Got a stomachache or something?
It's not my stomach. It's my head. The materials I got from Talbot are about to run out.
Can't you just gather some more?
If it were that easy, I'd be living the high life. To get what I need for the shop, I'd have to close for days. You try closing up shop for days on end after you've only just opened for business. All those customers you managed to nab? Poof. Gone. But without materials, I won't even have anything to sell.
So what are you gonna do?
When I was in Talbot, there was this merchant my old man knew. He'd come and sell us stuff wholesale. But he's probably avoiding Spino because there's no profit. But if I'm running out of stuff this fast, I'm sure he'd make a pretty penny here too. If he knew, I bet he'd bring his business here.
So why don't you tell him then?
I wish I could. But like I said, I can't abandon the store. That's it. Beelzebub, how about you go instead?
Aw, come on. Why's it gotta be me?
Yeah, you're right. Well, I guess I've got to close up shop and head back to Talbot. I was hoping to get my hands on some new materials, too. If I had those, I could use them to soup up your vehicles.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is clearly a dire issue. How are we gonna mod our vehicles if the workshop shuts down?
Fine, I get it. You need me to go, right?
Wait, you really mean it? Ah, you sure are a swell guy. The merchant's name is Kuo. He loves racing. Catch him at Lisab Racetrack after work. Don't let me down now.
You told me where, but what's this guy even look like?
Might be the noisy races, but he's a bit hard of hearing. Just look for the guy who shouts when he talks.
A loud guy, huh? Okay then.
Appreciate it. I'll have the forge fired up and ready to go. Thanks.
Hey! Is it just my imagination, or has the town gotten more lively? Oh yeah! I found something cool, so I'll share it with you. Bring me any rare items you find. I'll make it worth your while.
Man, what am I gonna do? I can't take on monsters.
Monsters? Where?
Ah!
Nice shriek. What do you find scarier? Fiends or monsters?
Oh, well, I'm used to you now, Beelzebub, yes.
Ugh. Anyhow, what's this about monsters?
Well, there's a rumor monsters have moved into the East Valley. If you go through, you can hear them growl from the cliffs. Peddlers are too scared to go through there now, I hear.
If that rumor spreads, merchants might stop coming to town.
Right, so now it's my job to stamp the monsters out. But just because I'm an ex-soldier doesn't mean I'm a one-man army.
So why'd you take on a monster hunting job in the first place?
Well, I recently took on another job from a peddler. He had bought up too much cargo, you see? So the job was to keep it safe until he came back, which I was more than happy to do, so I accepted the job immediately. But when the peddler left, he joked, "Don't you go selling any of that out from under me now." And, well, that gave me ideas. that I tried to resist, but I ended up selling it all for peanuts to some random traveler.
You've really got to work on that habit of yours.
The peddler blew his top. I said I'd do anything to make it up. Turns out anything is go drive away hordes of monsters. Yes.
Sounds like just desserts, honestly.
Beat up monsters? Sounds like a good time to me.
Then be my guest. If there really are monsters, that is. And if so, yeah, beat them up if you can.
Do you need anything? See you later.
Rao here. General Are, do you copy?
Copy. Anything to report?
Our plan is to head to the Merrick battleship in search of more Aquanium.
That's music to my ears. I wanted to dispatch a recon team, but we just don't have the men. I'll send a unit to join you the moment I can get the king to sign off. Until then, it's in your hands.
Understood.
Unbelievable. What's taking Are so long?
There's a lot on his plate. He has to reform an entire army that until recently was loyal to Zeu. All while answering to an utterly useless king.
Oh, you're just being soft on him because you used to be in the military.
It wouldn't be fair to leave everything to him alone. As a citizen, I have to do whatever I can, too. If enemies take you by surprise, just stay calm and try to get distance from them.
And then run away.
Running in a blind panic gives them more chances to hit you in the back. Assess the situation calmly instead.
Blah. I prefer running toward the enemy.
Any outsiders going to the capital are required to pass through a military checkpoint.
They turn back anyone suspicious, I gather.
Right. That's how they've managed to defend the capital from threat for all these years.
still can't come to terms with just how vast the outside world is. Don't want to think about how hard it would be to get around without vehicles.
But it used to be even bigger, and there were no vehicles.
Civilization truly made the world smaller.
Thank you for coming.
Any outsiders going to the capital are required to pass through a military checkpoint.
They turn back anyone suspicious, I gather.
Right. That's how they've managed to defend the capital from threat for all these years.
I've got a question. Here we go.
Any outsiders going to the capital are required to pass through a military checkpoint.
They turn back anyone suspicious, I gather.
Right. That's how they've managed to defend the capital from threat for all these years. We should keep our distance from the army base unless necessary.
I bet they've got loads of loot in there.
Can't argue with that, but somehow I doubt they'd take kindly to intruders.
If we can't talk you out of it, please at least try to be sneaky about it.
Here we go.
If enemies take you by surprise, just stay calm and try to get distance from them.
And then run away.
Running in a blind panic gives them more chances to hit you in the back. Assess the situation calmly instead.
Ugh, I prefer running toward them. Huh. Why are there so many bots here?
It's a scrapyard used by the Royal Army to dispose of their bots.
Don't let him escape!
Here we go. Nice! One down. Huh. Why are there so many bots here?
It's a scrapyard used by the Royal Army to dispose of their bots.
The army threw them away?
Yeah, can't just leave them cluttering up the capital or army bases.
If they belong to the army, some of these parts might still work.
Might even find stuff that's better than the Junkers' usual scrap among the trash.
Yep. So what are we waiting for?
Someone's dumped a load of pots and scrap parts here.
This is where the Royal Army disposes of their junk.
Well, in that case, everything's free for the taking.
Someone's dumped a load of pots and scrap parts here.
This is where the Royal Army disposes of their junk.
Well, in that case, Everything's free for the taking. Well, so it goes. Why is the Royal Army bothering to guard a dump site?
Because they realized that people were coming in droves to pick through their trash. Knowing them, they saw an opportunity to sell it off instead.
Just how stingy can they get?
Wait! What?
Someone's dumped a load of bots and scrap parts here.
This is where the Royal Army disposes of their junk.
Well, in that case, everything's free for the taking.
People from the nearby village come here to collect parts from the scrap bots too.
I suppose the Royal Army's trash is just about everyone else's treasure, isn't it?
Here we go. Why is the Royal Army bothering to guard a dump site?
Because they realized that people were coming in droves to pick through their trash. Knowing them, they saw an opportunity to sell it off instead.
Just how stingy can they get?
People from the nearby village come here to collect parts from the scrap bots too.
I suppose the Royal Army's trash is just about everyone else's treasure, isn't it?
Here we go.
Someone's dumped a load of bots and scrap parts here.
This is where the Royal Army disposes of their junk.
Well, in that case, everything's free for the taking. Royal Army bothering to guard a dump site?
Because they realized that people were coming in droves to pick through their trash. Knowing them, they saw an opportunity to sell it off instead.
Just how stingy can they get? Someone's dumped a load of pots and scrap parts here.
This is where the Royal Army disposes of their junk.
Well, in that case, everything's free for the taking. Here we go. Whoop.
Yep.
People from the nearby village come here to collect parts from the scrap bots too.
I suppose the Royal Army's trash is just about everyone else's treasure, isn't it?
Whoop. Here we go. Whoop.
Any outsiders going to the capital are required to pass through a military checkpoint.
They turn back anyone suspicious, I gather.
Right. That's how they've managed to defend the capital from threat for all these years. People from the nearby village come here to collect parts from the scrap bots too.
I suppose the Royal Army's trash is just about everyone else's treasure, isn't it?
Here we go. Here we go.
Someone's dumped a load of pots and scrap parts here.
This is where the Royal Army disposes of their junk.
Well, in that case, everything's free for the taking.
What goes through your head in the middle of a fight?
How I'm gonna beat the other guy to a pulp.
That's a start, but you might get better results by predicting what your enemy is going to do and reacting accordingly. You'll find it hard to lose if you're always fighting on favorable terms. People from the nearby village come here to collect parts from the scrap bots, too.
I suppose the Royal Army's trash is just about everyone else's treasure, isn't it?
Here we go.
It pays to take the time to stop and observe your surroundings every now and then. You just might make some exciting discoveries.
And if we can find some loot as a result, even better.
So this is a human castle, huh? It's a stupid big place to live.
And with plenty more people living around it, this has become an enormous castle town.
If Thief got lost, that'd give me something to laugh about for years.
I'll be just fine. Surely if anyone's going to get lost, it'll be you.
Sure. At least that was sort of fun. I've got a question. Why can humans eat some plants, but not others?
Our bodies can't digest a lot of them. And then there's others that are downright poisonous to us.
Humans just have weak stomachs.
So you demon stomachs are so strong you can eat just about anything? Impressive.
Of course not, silly.
I see.
Here we go. Sick of driving through this boring desert. Thief. Know any jokes?
What am I, your jester? Fine, but I'll only tell one.
Hit me.
Why are cacti so grumpy? They're prickly by nature.
You know, maybe driving's not so bad.
The Sand Cascade lies not far to the west of here. It's a sight to behold. Definitely worth a look while we're in the area.
Might as well while we're here. Yeah. Take that! Yeah. Yeah. Take that!
See these tire tracks? That's a sign that someone's been here before us. Following them might lead us to a useful location like a village or town. The cars should also go a bit faster than it would on unpacked ground.
Sandland a lot, old man?
I traveled around to all sorts of places in my youth, but there's still so much to see.
This trip should be fun for you then.
Wish I could just relax and enjoy it, but not when so many others are suffering. When fighting in cramped areas like cliffs, beware of blind spots. Getting caught off guard puts you at a disadvantage.
I definitely hate to lose like that. I'll be careful. Whoop!
That's it over there, the Merrick battleship.
I will never get over how humongous they are.
So, did the Peachy build this one too?
That they did. The Peachy's technology never ceases to amaze.
Sandland sure has a lot of different creatures.
Including some dangerous ones I'd like to avoid.
Plenty are harmless, though. Just doing their best to survive in this harsh land like us.
Humans may be weak, but they sure are persistent. Here we go. I'll send it flying!
So,
Would the Forest Land Army already be there, lying in wait for us? What?
Thank you!
Thank you for coming! Thank you for coming.
Here we go. It's just samey desert as far as the eye can see out here. Can't tell east from west.
It's easy to lose your way when you're surrounded by nothing but sand. Be careful not to lose sight of that landmark.
Another battleship that's all busted up inside.
Looks like the only way inside is down. It's slippery, so watch your footing.